Good afternoon, Miss White. I'm Bill Murray, and this is one of my first draft for my speeches. The speech is called about oil and government waste. Here we begin. The oil spill in the Gulf is a tragedy. I believe its effects will be felt for a very long time to come. British Petroleum, BP, could have done a better job at containing the spill. The American government got involved in controlling the spill and doing a very bad job at containing it. We are at day 45 and the oil is still flowing into the Gulf. We have enough oil and other natural resources in this nation. We have an oil deposit in the Dakotas that will provide enough oil for 100 years of use, of our daily use, current use that we are using now. We have enough coal and natural gas in this country to power our homes with electric power that is clean and easy to mine. If I had a voice that could be heard in government, I would say drill and mine ourselves out of foreign dependency. Our dependency on oil comes from the Middle East and South America, for our country uses it to makes us slaves to them. The President is doing everything in his power to keep us on our knees. We need to stop and get off our knees and fight for our freedom from foreign energy. I can't stand that we beg and apologize to our country. They hate us but love our money and aid. Then they turn and spit on us. I want us to stop begging and start making ourselves strong again and a leader in the world once again. We have the knowledge and the know-how to become it once again. I know we're capable of this. The first thing I would do if I was in government would be get rid of the dead weight in the government and work towards a smaller government base and cut taxes of our country. This will allow our country to grow again. I would then make our tax rate lower to encourage businesses to return. I would place a term limit on congressmen and senators. I would limit them to 2 terms like the president, and then enforce the immigration law and deport the illegal aliens back to their own country. As to terrorism, I would strike back at the heart of them and no more looking the other way at government corruption in our government. I would go back to the founding fathers and strengthen our country and put the fear back into this title, these United States of America. We have lost so much of our country in the last 20 years. I am let down and upset at the same time. The United States once was a great place to live that others would dream of. A place where a family could start a new life and dreams of freedom. Now look at us and we shake our heads. We have transformed this nation into a wannabe where we dare not speak the truth and ask, where do you come from? I grew up in a small farming town. We could count on your local government to take care of things that needed to be done. Life was simpler and not as many worries. I can remember going into town as a treat to get some ice cream, better yet, a Louis Nutty Roll. And I could leave the keys in my car and not worry. People had trust in each other. Nowadays, I have worried about Big Brother watching us over our shoulder, searching our trash can, and seeing what our government grows like a weed. I think we should take back our country and fight once again for our freedom. I feel I can help in this quest by taking the steps in our local government to bring us back to earth. I would listen to each one and ask everyone what they wanted. What is needed is to get us back in the line of freedom and small government. Small government is the only way we can grow again. I am for all the movement towards that goal. We were offered help from the outside of the country to help with cleaning up the oil spill, but our government said no. Our government has deemed only a union can be used to fix our problems. Back to big government. One hand washing the other. We are so broke that we have to sell bonds to foreign countries to raise money for our own country. Now countries that have bought our bonds are now asking, how are we going to pay for it? I say give them California. We don't need the liberals. The pros and cons of this government scare me to death. The pros of this government will only last for another 2 years. I can learn to live with high taxes, high food and gas prices. I have taken an interest in learning more about our government. With growing strength of the Tea Party, I think I have a chance to make a change for our future. The cons of this government that I now have to look forward to is another 2 years. taxes without anything to show for it. Now I can see the line of those illegal immigrants crossing into our country, our borders, for free health care and Social Security benefits which they have not paid into. And now I can see all the stimulus funds going for what, I asked. We have nothing to show what our stimulus funds go for, besides more government corruption and politics and paying back the unions. We have a government leader who won't stand for our allies in the Middle East, Israel. At least, about not least, I fear that our country is being led by a man who is not even a natural-born American citizen. I look forward to coming of the good in this land, where a man who works hard to earn $1 to support his family without having to pay half of it to the government in taxes, to share with others who don't do a darn thing to help themselves. It will be a very happy day when we change this government for good. Thank you, Ms. White, and I hope you enjoyed this here, and I'm continually working on more of my speeches, and I'll get this off to YouTube. Thank you very much.